Hello, Lou. Don't look so
Well,
enthusiastic. I know. Me too. This will be a very quick show.
yeah,
This is the part of
I'm.
Def Leppard that what?
I was like, I'm not pretending. This album was like, well, I should say these. Well, this next album in particular, it's like it's like going into a whorehouse with Monopoly money. You don't get shit.
And that album he is mentioning is called X. X does not mark the spot on this album.
Nope.
Not whatsoever. When I remember first getting it, I listened to it, and I don't remember it sounding too bad. But now listening to it now, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I don't know. But the only go ahead.
Here's what I think. It's 2002. New metal's dying out. Post grunge is coming in. The Puddle of Mud and Nickelback and all that stuff. And at the time, you sort of have like teeny bopper type pop music, although they could play an instrument, is popular. So really, what's Def Leppard's competition? That, not
Yeah.
the rock bands.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I remember seeing Now on VH1 of all places because it was in heavy rotation. And I was excited for it. And here I thought, wow, they're referencing the Pyromania days because the Union Jack flag shirt is, throughout the video. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's good. Yeah, what a bait and switch.
Yeah, you expect them to come back and do something like the old stuff, but no, not at all. This isn't even like on slang level.
I prefer slang to this.
Yeah, no, slang was good compared to this. But
Slang
just
was
getting into the
Pyromania
album,
tenfold compared to this.
right? But just getting into the album, the first song now, I like that song. I think it's a good song. That could have been on slang. That could have been like one of the better songs on slang.
I enjoyed it too.
So it's pretty catchy. Sounds like Def Leppard and what they would be doing at this time. And actually thought oh no, all right, never mind. I already mentioned that.
The question you have
But
to ask yourself, has Def Leppard gone full boy band with this song?
I wrote you that the other day because I listened to this thing all the way through. Actually, I got halfway through it and I'm like, what the? I don't remember these songs being like this.
Well, see, here's the thing. Mutt Lange was their buffer for writing good pop rock songs.
Right,
On this album, Marty Friedrichsen,
right.
who is notorious for writing hit pop songs for rock bands, is on this. I mean, he's already written for Aerosmith. I think at that point he was, along the lines of like the Max Martin, like pop stars of the late 90s, early 2000s. It did not work with Def Leppard at all as we continue on with this album, especially with the next song, Unbelievable. I said it's unbelievable that Def Leppard has gone from suck to blow.
I said, unbelievable. Yep, it really is. So what am I listening to? I had to check the CD to make sure it wasn't the Backstreet Boys.
Chameleon from Halloween is a far superior album to
Oh,
this.
please don't even mention that album's name near this album.
Chameleon
And
is
then,
like a perfect 10 compared to this. I mean, like, I'm sorry for every bad word I said about Chameleon.
Chameleon's a good album.
It is a good
And
album.
it just keeps getting worse. You're So Beautiful. Okay, so now Backstreet Boys learn their instruments.
How is
The
it that
verse,
this... Sorry, go ahead.
the verses are cool. I like the verses part, but then once it gets to that chorus, it's a boy band again.
All I could ask myself was, how is this the same band that did Hysteria?
Right. It just doesn't make sense. Just blows my mind. Every day. Okay, this one isn't too bad. Just reminds me of Two Steps Behind though.
I can't tell if they completely abandoned hard rock or just accepted bro country before it became a thing. Don't like it, don't hate it.
Long way to go. I know. Don't remind me. There's 14 more songs left on this album.
I actually like
14
this song
songs on
though.
this album. Really?
They played it live, and I was with my best friend from high school, Natalie, when we saw this concert. And, being, two kids from New York City, having experienced 9/11 as it was happening, and they dedicated it to, when they played it live, they dedicated it to the the people whose lives were taken at 9/11, and to the troops who were getting ready to go into battle. They dedicated it to them and, the city of New York. And, here I was with my best friend from high school, and we just held each other, and we were, it meant a lot to us.
In the moment.
So,
yeah. In that context, I guess, it's really not a terrible, terrible song. It's worse on this album.
Which is crazy because none of the band members wrote this song.
All right. And it's just 4-letter word. Bad attempt at an AC/DC song.
I wrote, no, 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 it's Armageddon in Part 2, and it fucking blows.
Ooh, I didn't even hear Armageddon on there.
Oh, it's the same riffs.
Yeah, I couldn't even listen to it closely to even realize. Torn to Shreds. Okay, this sounds like slang. It's not that bad, but also not that good. Again, this sounds like a boy band.
It's decent at best. Again, it's a product of its time.
Well, you're liking these songs more than I do.
it's decent. Again, if you take it into the context that it's competing with Michelle Branch, S Club 7, and Vanessa Carlton, it's decent.
Love Don't Lie. My love for Def Leppard is a lie after Adrenalize, and they've made me struggle ever since. I worship this band so much. Now look what they did.
Seal should sue for copyright infringement because they completely stole the song Crazy. I mean, come on, seriously.
I hear that. I love that song.
So do I.
I hear that now in the song. Gravity. Ugh. It's a shame because those guitars in the chorus are pretty heavy, but this song is just terrible.
What was the name of that show that was on MTV? Oh, yeah. Next.
Something this album makes me want to do? Cry. Okay, what the hell? How do we have a song now that sounds like it could have been a better song off of Adrenalize?
I have to cut through 9 songs to find a rocker I actually enjoy.
Yeah. It's very strange. That's another thing too. There's a lot of different sounds on this album. You got like this R&B type thing going on, and you got like the acoustic type things going on, like with the drum set. Like he's using like the electronic kit on one song, and he's using the acoustic kit on the other song. A lot of different things going on in this album, so it's a little confusing. It's like a little all over the place.
I'm not keen on the production on this record. No, it just sounds so flat. It's so flat.
Girl Like You? Nope.
Not as good as the previous track. Okay.
Let Me Be the One? No, Let Me Be the One who turns this shit off.
I wrote, Def Leppard has gone from the band whose songs could be heard on Light FM to the band who writes songs for Light FM. Next.
Scar. Again with another song that could have been on Adrenalize. Why? Why is it here?
I actually wrote something to harken us back to Hysteria, but not up to par. Okay at best.
And Kiss the Day. No, Kiss the Ground, because this album is over.
Doesn't it feel like they intentionally ripped off the beginning of She's Too Tough from Retroactive and then completely went a Beatles-esque direction, which was just wrong?
Well, yeah, I can hear that too. But this album is just terrible, man. I honestly, I don't remember it being this bad. I swore I listened to it not too long ago just to check it out, and I thought I liked some songs, but it's just, I hate to rip an album this bad, but it just you can't not.
See, this is the cognitive decline that I have with certain bands. When your quality of output from the past that still holds up to this day, and you write it and record an album that you say is the best thing you've ever done, but it doesn't hold up an ass hair to what they've done in the past.
Did they say that about X? That this is one of the best they've ever done?
Well, I know at the time, Joe Elliott, whom I respect and admire, because I mean, the face of Def Leppard, the public spokesperson for Def Leppard, was the guy that, when everything went down with him, he was there to just do damage control. So I give him all the credit in the world. But he was really defending this album, when they were called out for abandoning their hard rock roots. He said, but we've always considered ourselves a pop band. And I'm just like, yeah, popular music played with a hard rock, dare I say, heavy metal attitude,
Right.
and then you release this album, that's like asking for filet mignon and you get shit on a platter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know I joked about Chameleon, but here's the thing. When I first heard Chameleon, I didn't like it. Going back and listening to Chameleon and even Pink Bubbles Go Ape, I can hear better what they were trying to do, and I could say that I love those albums now. I can't say that about this.
Yeah, no, I would never really go back to this album except to listen to the song now. And if anybody doesn't know who's talking about with Chameleon and Pink Bubbles Go Ape, it's the band Halloween. So go check those two albums out.
And check out those episodes. They were
Yeah,
good.
please do. But yeah, X, if you can, just avoid it, honestly, because it's not even a Def Leppard album. I don't consider it Def Leppard.
The only thing X I could compare it to is Shiza videos because it's shit.
Well, after they gave us that crappy album, they gave us another one, but they did
Another
a lot of
crappy
cover
album?
songs. Another crappy album, and this time as a covers album called Yeah. They should have named it No. Or Nah. There are some decent songs on here. A lot of these things I don't know who they are. I've heard them. I just can't think of who the original ones are. But there's just not enough songs on here that makes me, because usually if you hear like a covers album, you'll find a song or two where you want to go and seek out who that band was. You know?
Yeah.
With this, no. I don't care who's on. I mean, there are good songs there. I'll mention that later, but there's nothing on here that I don't know about already that I want to find out more about.
I guess in the context of cover albums, the only one I could really compare it to would probably be the Spaghetti Incident from Guns N' Roses. I actually looked for the original versions of those songs,
right,
and found that I really loved them. Mm-hmm. You know, like it was cool to hear New Rose by The Damned, and now I love The Damned. I think they're the best punk band to come out of the UK. You know, I can even say the same about Nazareth. I went back and discovered Hair of the Dog. What a great album. I never knew Nazareth until I heard that. Oh, now you make me happy. Now you make me happy being a Damned fan.
I haven't listened to it. I saw it at a yard sale. I'm like, oh, I know who it is. I'll just buy it.
But, I mean, I could profess my love for The Damned from their early punk days, their goth 80s days. I have nothing bad to say about it. I love that band. But, yeah, I mean, you know, in context, I really wish that they would have possibly covered like a song like The Rover by Led Zeppelin, because I know that they were Zeppelin fans growing up. It would have been cool to have heard them do a UFO track, because back in the day they used to cover UFO, especially when, you know, before their On Through the Night days, around their EP days. It would have been cool to have heard them pay homage to the rock bands, because one of the things that annoys me about this album, when I saw them in concert in 2006 with Journey, they played Rock On.
Mm-hmm.
That song is still in the set list. It's not a good song.
All right. Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck what anyone says. It's not a good song. Never was.
No, and I'm glad you agree with me, because that song is fucking god awful. And they somehow make it worse. And make it drag on forever. It just seems like it just doesn't want to end. And why you would pick to cover that song is beyond me. But at least the first song, 20th Century Boy, even though I really don't care for that song, they still did a fairly decent job on it, and it's cool. I like it.
I enjoy that one too.
But yeah, we both agree on Rock On. And for most of this album, Hanging on the Telephone, Waterloo Sunset, Hellraiser. I don't even know what 10538 Overture is, or who that's by.
So Hanging on the Telephone was by The Nerves, but it was made famous by Blondie.
Right.
Waterloo Sunset is the Kinks. Hellraiser is the Sweet. 10538 Overture, that's ELO, Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, I didn't even recognize that.
Yeah. So Hanging on the Telephone I thought was good. I actually love that track. I loved it when Blondie did it. I loved it when Def Leppard did it. I loved it when Melissa Rauch as Harley Quinn did it in Batman and Harley Quinn.
Mm.
Waterloo Sunset I thought was Hellraiser, I think if they had picked any song by The Sweet, it would have worked.
Mm.
I would have liked to have heard them do Burn on the Flame personally. Although Hellraiser, that was a nice surprise. ELO, I've never really been a fan of theirs. So
Oh,
but I'm
you
open
gotta,
to
you
I'm
gotta
open
give
to
shit
listening
to
to them.
ELO.
I'm
You're
open to
missing
listen.
out.
Okay, then I will listen to them. Um, then after that you have Street Life by Roxy Music. I thought this was good.
Let me see. Nope.
Driving.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Driving.
every song, like driving in Saturday. Oh no, yeah. Oh, drive in Saturday. Sorry, I wrote it wrong.
Yeah, that's a Bowie song. I can see. I know Def Leppard are huge Bowie fans. I don't think they do Bowie well. Leave it alone.
Really? All right.
No.
Well, not this one. Not on this album. We'll get to the next one.
You know what a better Bowie track would have been if they had done? Moon Age Daydream. That would have kicked.
Like. But yeah, most of this, a little bit of love. Nope. Golden Age of rock and roll. Nope. No matter. This one's good, decent song too. They did it justice.
I like this one.
He's gonna step on you again.
No, I like No Matter What. This one,
no matter what. Yeah.
The throwaway.
Yeah, No
track.
Matter What. No Matter is a really cool song. That one's all right. He's gonna step on you again. No.
No.
Don't Believe a Word.
Yes.
Finally, one song on here I love this song. I love the song, the original version, and I think they did it very good on their version. I mean, they kept it very similar to the original. They didn't really change nothing up, but they did a really good version of it. So
I agree with you.
Happy with that. Stay With Me, not a bad song. It's okay, but they just pretty much did a good job on it. And I think that's it, right?
So I guess we could agree that the best song on this is Don't Believe a Word from the Thin Lizzy cover.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear them do more Thin Lizzy songs. They need to do more songs like this.
Yeah, again, it's like, if they had picked any Sweet song, it would have been cool. If they had picked Moon Age Daydream, if they had picked UFO, if they had picked, oh dear God, trying to think in the context of the bands that they were influenced by. I know I mentioned that they done. If you listen to a song like Rock of Ages and you listen to The Rover from Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti album, you could hear similarities.
Right.
Like that would have been cool.
Right.
Def Leppard at this point is a band that could do whatever the hell that it wants, and they don't have to answer to anybody. So who are we to judge? Oh yeah, we're the music buying public.
Now, did you listen to Yeah 2, which is on the Volume 3 box set?
Yes, and like the number 2, it's a big deuce.
Really?
There's a couple of good songs on it, though. We'll go through them.
There's more good songs on this one than there is on the first one. And this one's a little different, too, because, I think the one I listened to, there's kind of like mixes of live songs and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I already like the live.
It's not all just... what's that?
Uh-oh. Oh, you know what?
Froze.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. No, the live songs were good. I'd say this one was half and half good, half bad.
Right.
Probably better than the first. Okay, yeah, all right. I'll agree with you on that. But
If
I
they
mean, like,
it's
not a perfect Def Leppard album by any stretch.
Oh, no. It's just something for them just to have fun with, which is fine. But when bands do things like this, I always wish that they do songs that I actually know, or maybe something that was on the radio that everybody would know and we'd be more familiar with this stuff. But sometimes they just pick such obscure songs; it just goes beyond me.
And it's okay to do obscure, but do it well, please.
Yeah. Like I said, this one's actually better than the first one, I think. You can't always get what you want. I kind of like that one, and they also did that one as an acoustic version, and they were called The Hippies from Hell.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was a good one.
Okay, I thought they did okay. And Ziggy Stardust too. That was pretty good. They did that. That's a good Bowie song.
Yeah, that was good. I'm not too keen on acoustic Def Leppard.
I'm
To be
not
quite
either, but
honest.
they did that one okay. So I don't mind that one. The other one that really shocked me, and I'm really finding it very hard to find out or to believe that Rick Allen is playing drums on this song, Under My Wheels.
It's not.
Okay, because I'm looking in the booklet and it's not saying who's on it.
This was done for the Alice Cooper tribute album released on, I think it was Cleopatra or Deadline Records back in '99.
Okay.
It's not Def Leppard. It's Phil and Joe with other musicians. I think Bob Kulig's on rhythm.
All right, because I'm looking in the book to see who's playing on what, and it didn't list it, and it just said Rick Allen, and I was like, "There's no way," because there's drum rolls in here, and there's drum whatever. There's a lot of drum things going on that Rick Allen obviously cannot do. Not saying that he's a bad drummer, but just the way the swing of the way the drummer's playing to this, it's not him. I could just tell.
Okay, so it's Joe Elliott on vocals, Bob Kulig and Phil Collen on guitar, Pat Torpey of Mr. Big on drums, Chuck Wright from Quiet Riot on bass, and Clarence Clemens on saxophone.
Very interesting. That's weird that they put it on here. Then it's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, they also. I know Joe Elliott did a couple of songs for a movie called When Saturday Comes back in '95, and it was credited to Def Leppard, but it wasn't Def Leppard. It was just him. So
it's weird. Another one I like, Rebel Rebel, another David Bowie song. I thought they did this one fairly well.
Yeah, that was good.
So they could pull that one off. Lead Boots sucks, but again, that's not Rick Allen on drums. I don't know who played that song. Maybe it's the same session as that other one. Roxanne, what in the hell were they thinking? It's like in like a blues club or something, like a jazz.
That's Phil's vocals, though, isn't it?
No, it might have actually been mixed with Joe and Phil.
Sometimes it's hard to tell who's who's who between the two. So their voices
are
very
like
similar.
A little bit of a rough voice because Phil does do the what do you call it?
He does the rap on "Make Love Like a Man."
No, he does the other song. Oh man, what the hell is this song? Does he do? Stay with me. Stay with me. He sings "Stay with Me." You hit mute, Skull. You hit mute.
Sorry, that's a good one too. And Sav actually sings a song. We'll get to that. But,
okay, I didn't know. American Girl loved the original song, and again they did a great version of this. Space Oddity was okay.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Yeah, because
I don't know. Space Oddity. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was a touching tribute to David Bowie 10 years before he passed, but it was good.
Yeah. Elected. They did a live version of it, but I thought they did that fairly well too. They changed up the drums a little bit, which was kind of weird. But
well, I mean, Rick's playing on his kit, so he had to change it to. He admitted that he had to change his playing style to fit, what he could do with his kit.
It worked, so it was good.
No, it does.
And then they did the Queen song. Now
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah.
Love this song, and Brian May is on it too with them.
I remember seeing that live when that concert happened on MTV. It was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. I still got that on VHS somewhere. All the Young Dudes. The music is awesome. I think they played that really well. But then when Ian Hunter came on, it was like, maybe he shouldn't be singing this song.
You gotta respect the contributions of the man, though. Anyways.
Oh yeah, no, Martha Hoople's awesome. Which Greg turned me on to because I always knew who they were, and of course I know all the Young Dudes, but I didn't really go beyond that really. And then we did one of the albums. And,
so 3 bands I'm guilty of not listening to: ELO, Martha Hoople, and Humble Pie. I guess I have to do my homework.
Yeah, I didn't do him Humble Pie either. I never listened to. But yeah, ELO. I mean, come on, man.
I know Evil Woman and Don't Bring Me Down. I like those two, but
you get
and Mr. Blue Sky.
See, I kind of like Mr. Blue Sky. I don't really like it that much, but there's other songs. I should make it like a little mix. Or actually, there's a best of.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. Actually, there's two of them. One of them, all the songs, the music part is redone, except for the vocals. I think because something happened with one of the other guys that was in the band. I think they had some kind of legal fight or whatever, so we had to redo all the instruments.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another best of, which is all the original. You just have to know which one it is.
I'll dig my way through.
Yeah.
Move right along.
I'm done. Go ahead.
No, I mean, let's move on to the rest of the album.
Oh, that's all I like.
Oh, okay.
The rest of it sucks.
Okay. I thought When Undead and Gone was a good cover. It's funny because the first version I heard of this song was by Fury in the Slaughterhouse back in '94. This very unknown Russian rock band. And they were played all the time on Q104.3. So that's when I first heard the song. So I was like, oh, Def Leppard's covering them? And then I realized, oh, they didn't write it. McGinnis Flint did. Mm-hmm. I liked it. Winter Song, did not feel it at all. Mm-hmm. Search and Destroy, hell fucking yeah. I thought this was a great cover.
Who would have known that they covered Metallica?
I said Search and Destroy, not Seek and Destroy. That's by Iggy and the Stooges. I liked the Dear Friends. I thought Sav can sing. Great job. Yeah. And Heartbeat, yawn. So
yeah, that's why I skip most of the album, because it's just too much, and a lot of it's really not that. To me, it's not that good.
So we have 2 studio albums left by Def Leppard. What do we think of them? We don't know yet.
We'll find out on the next episode of Def Leppard
on Rat Salad Review.
Lou, where can we find you and Music is Life?
You can find me over at musicisLifepodcast.com, and as always, I'm spreading the good word of ratsaladreview.com. Thank you to everyone out there who's subscribing to the network. The numbers are going up every week. Thank you. Yeah. And congratulations. We got 1,000 followers on TikTok now, which is awesome.
That's right. And now I can go live. And although I hate going live by myself, I hate talking to myself. You know, it's weird.
Well, I'm at 90 likes right now on TikTok, so I got about
really
910. Yeah, I took your advice and I started creating more content, and it's been working out. Actually, my highest viewed video right now is one where I talked about my top 10 favorite bands. That's got over 3,000 views.
Wow.
And over 30 something likes. It's crazy.
That's awesome. TikTok is a whole other world. I mean, I use everything. I use Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and now TikTok. Twitter, I'm thinking of just getting off of there because nobody talks, nobody comments, nothing. Twitter is a waste of time.
I rarely go on Twitter, but I do use it. I do interact with other podcasts, so that's pretty cool.
That's the thing. I have a few people, the great Harry Barnett, I talk to him on Twitter. Lisa Mann, I talk to her on Twitter. Otherwise, I don't care about Twitter. It's terrible. Facebook, I got my friends on there. You're on there. Everybody's on Facebook. So Facebook ain't gonna go anywhere. And Instagram, people just like this stuff. I never get any comments. Once in a while, once in a blue moon, I get comments and stuff, but nothing like TikTok. It's so strange.
Probably because TikTok is the new frontier, I guess, of social media. So there's more interaction.
I guess, but I'm afraid that they're gonna. Because the China thing keeps coming up again with TikTok, and people are trying to push Biden to get rid of TikTok. So at some point, it might end up being gone. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
But for now, I'm on TikTok, just under Red Sad Review, and it's fun. I put up album versus album battles on there, and you get to choose which one you like more than the other. And sometimes we'll actually, which we just did before this show. We did one of the album thing battles that I picked, so that was pretty fun. And maybe we make it a little bit more interactive with our show and people from TikTok as well. I try to make this show as interactive as possible between the YouTube channel and all the other social media stuff. Mm-hmm. But can only do so much.
We'll have to wait and see.
We gotta wait and see. But ratsoundreview.com. What?
I was to say thank you to everybody who's engaging with us. We really appreciate it, and we're not stopping. So
no, I'm not. There's no reason to stop. I've been doing this since 2018, and you too. You've been what, like a year after us with your own stuff?
A year
not
after,
even, maybe.
And you were the first person to take notice of what I was doing, and I'll always be grateful to you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Well, I couldn't. I listen to your show. It's fun. It's exciting. I like what you do.
Thanks. Well, I definitely feel like it's gotten better with the interviews that I've gotten. I mean, Sasha from Halloween, John from Shockwire,
That's the thing with your show. Like, you do a lot of people that I don't even know who the hell they are, but I still listen anyway because you always get between you, the way you do your show and the way you talk to people and the way you interview people. It's a fun listen, and then your guests are fun too. And then I get to learn a little bit more. I don't do that with everybody's show. If I see things that, like, I listen to Chris Jericho's podcast, and he'll have people on there that I don't give a shit about, so I won't listen. But I know you, I know what you're going to do and how your show's going to be, so I listen.
I wouldn't put them on if I didn't like what they were doing. I don't do favors.
Right. No, I wouldn't do it either. We don't do favors. We don't take money.
Mm-mm.
And people who...
and if I do interview you and the interview turns out to be a pile of dog doo-doo, I'm not posting it. No way. So
yeah, it's not worth it. But yeah, you can find all of our stuff at ratsoundreview.com. Please subscribe. Music is Life podcast on YouTube. And follow me on Twitter. And we're all on every social media. Just look us up. And we will see you guys next week. Oh, and please, I'll mention it anyway. The thing for our friend Eric Adams' mother, please go to GoFundMe. If you want to just go to GoFundMe.com, you can search, how do you pronounce her name?
Josefina Santana.
Josefina Santana. Look her name up, and you'll see her up there. There's a picture of her. Donate anything. Just let's try to get to the goal. She needs a lot of help. She needs a home health aid. That's like the main goal is to get her a home health aid. So we can meet that goal. That can happen. And then EA can get back onto his Beyond Bushido show with James, and everybody will be happy. And
absolutely.
Josefina will be happy as well, and everybody will be taken care of. And that's it. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, that's all I can think of too. And as always, again, thank you for your support, everyone. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much for everything that everybody has done, commented, and subscribed. I really appreciate everything that you've done for us, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
What?